All right, so hi, you guys. This is our Getting Started Right, our OG Getting It In. We're going to make sure that you guys get your business off to an A1 start. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to warn you guys, we have a lot of information to go over today. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have any emotional outbursts, any, whatever, put them in the chat, and I will make sure to go over them. So let me come over and share my screen. All right. And I'm going to have to stop because it's not working. There we go. Share. All right, where are you at? There we go. No, that's the email. There we are. All right. Sorry, y'all. I promise you I have it together most of the time. All right. So we are going to speaker view me. So I can do this. All right, perfect. I just learned that too. Okay, so this is how to launch your fitness business, new coach call. So I'm so excited to have all of you guys here. This is going to be just for most of you guys new. I hope all of you guys are new coaches or you have a new coach on here, or you're wanting some information. But this is basically going to be just how you want to get your fitness business off the ground. Like, how do you want to start it and make it the most successful as it can be? And so here we go. All right. And so first things first, the most important job you have is to work on you. And I mean, it's pretty awesome because what other job out there is our number one job to become the best us possible? I always say that. I always say every job I've ever had, it's always asking something out of me. It's never asking me to put into myself. And so with this, your number one job before anything, before helping anybody else, is to fill your cup, is to focus on you. And the number one way you get to do that is get to know the products. So drink your shakes on the daily basis. Try Energize, try Beach Bars, try our Performance Line. Get to know the products, because the more you get to know the products, the better you are is going to be is helping to share your experience with them. I know everybody is always like, oh my God, I don't want to sell to people. Well, become proof of the product. Become just a light for the products, and you'll never sell a day in your life. If you believe in the products, you love the products, and you use the products, you're just going to be sharing your experience with them. And so our number one thing is we've got to be proof that the products work. And so if someone, is like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? And you're like, I'm just working out. You got to say, you've got to be drinking your shakes. You got to be doing your workouts. You've got to have a definitive thing of what you're doing. And so when people start asking, because your results are going to be undeniable, you want to be able to share with them that. And then you can't expect your challengers to drink Shakeology or do the Performance Line if you're not going to be doing it yourself. And so we've got to get to know the products and then learn to love them. And not learn, because they're amazing, so you don't really have to learn to love them. You're just going to love them. And then you're just going to want to, once you get to know the products, you love the products, and or even maybe you're just starting out with the products and you already feel a little bit of a difference, you're going to want to tell everybody about the products and the lifestyle that you're living. At the beginning of your journey, most of the people that you help are going to be your new market, or your warm market, as I call. So your friends, your family, your loved ones, your neighbors, teachers at your kids' school, stuff like that. The people that you already know and trust you are going to be the first people you want to talk to about this. And they are also the scariest people you want to talk to, because you don't want to come off salesy or something with your family. But that's the best thing about this, is what you're going to be doing is just sharing. Oh my God, I am doing this amazing fitness journey I am so freaking excited about. Do you want to do it with me? And so that's basically it. And then once you see results, people are going to start asking, what have you been doing? What have you been doing, Heather or Charmaine? Or, what have y'all been doing? And then you're going to want to share. So you've got to be proof that the product works. And then you're going to want to help people change their life with the products. And so that means you're going to want to help people. You're going to want to sign people up because these products are changing your life. And so you want to inadvertently change other people's life. Hence coaching. That's basically all we're doing. We're not selling anyone anything. We are not giving anyone this like fixed solution or this, scheme. We are just changing lives. We are giving them products that are proven to work and changing their life. That's basically it. And then you're going to want to tell those people that they can help other people change their lives with their products, AKA building a team. And so that's what you're going to do is it's like a ripple effect. Your life is changed by these products. You're changing other people's lives with these products, then they're going to want to do the same. And so what you're going to want to do is just talk to them about it. Be like, oh my God, isn't this amazing? Like, how good are you feeling? Don't you just want to shout it from the rooftops? I know after I finished my 80-day obsession, or I was not finished, I was like a month into it, I literally could not shut up about it. Like, I was just talking to my friends and family like they knew what I was talking about, but they really had no idea what I was talking about. I was like, oh my God, y'all, my life is being changed about this. Like, just getting excited, sharing it, and they can hear the excitement in your voice. They're going to want to join you just because how excited you are about this. And then the last thing you're going to want to do is share your journey with the people you love and with anyone. And that's posting on social media. That is going on your Instagram stories, which we will be doing an Instagram training tomorrow. So that'll be for our team call. It'll be a recap of our Instagram training we've already done. But you're going to want to share your journey. You're going to want to post daily, and I will teach you all that, or you can go to my YouTube channel, which we'll get into that. But you're going to want to post. You're going to want to share your journey because that's how people are going to know what you're doing. You can't expect to only half-ass show up, I'm going to post once to 3 times a week, or I'm going to post every other day. Then they're not going to know what you're doing. They're not going to trust you. We've got to show up every single day. You show up to your job every single day, so we have to show up to this job every single day. But all in all, you must help yourself first before you can help anyone else. At the beginning of this, I was literally just giving, and I got burnt out. I got overwhelmed. I got a little manic, and it was because I was skipping on some of my core values of putting into myself and doing my personal development, doing all these things. And that's one thing I don't want you guys to do. And so one thing I've done that's really helped me is I've started winning my morning. I've started with a miracle morning. So I wake up at 5 a.m. You don't have to wake up at 5. You can wake up at whatever time that works for you. But getting your personal development in the morning, getting your workout in first thing in the morning before the kids wake up, stuff that helps you get centered and gets to focus on you first before you give to other people. All right. And the next thing, we want you to use your resources. I love when you guys come to me with questions. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. But I can't always get back to you right away. And I don't want you guys to have to wait, especially if you have a client that is wanting to purchase and you guys got a question. And so these are some of the top options, and I'm going to go through them with sharing you my screen. But the first thing is your Coach Online Office, and we're going to go into that, and I will show you how to access that. Can you guys see that? Like the online office? Can I get a thumbs up? Can you see it? Thumbs down. Okay, hold on. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Can you see that? Yeah. So we're going to go to teambeachbody.com. I'm just logging out of mine. So this is what it'll show. And then you're going to want to log in. So you're going to want to go to Coach, and you're going to want to sign in. And this is where you're going to find all your goodies. And so here, we're going to sign in right here. All right. Well, maybe we're going to sign in, maybe we're not. There we go. So we're going to go to Coach Office, and it's going to open up another screen. So this is where it's going to take you when you first log in. And so this is all your goodness. And so the first thing you're going to see is here is Success Club, which you'll be able to see if you've qualified for Success Club or not, which we'll get into Success Club in a few slides. But this is where you can find if you've qualified for it. Here is where you can find materials. So like if you click Grow Your Business, here's where you can create your website. You can get products like shareable media for like Lift 4 or any of the new programs come out. They've got media that you can share in your boot camps and stuff like that. Here's some logos and images. And here is another thing, which is Monitor Your Business. This is where you're going to spend most of your time. At least this is where I spend like 99.9% of my time. I literally live in this, and that's what you should. You guys need to get in the habit of checking this every single day. Regardless if you've signed anyone, it's just a good practice to check it every single day. I've gotten in the habit of checking it the first thing I wake up, not first thing, like the first time I get into my office hours. And then once at lunch and once in the evening. And so you don't have any surprises if it's closing a week or someone goes inactive. And so you just get in the habit of checking this every single day. And so here is where you can see, and literally guys, just come in here and play around. You will find so many amazing things. So here, if you see my EFT management, this is where you're going to go ahead and start setting up your direct deposit into your account for your paychecks. Here's where you can check your earnings and commissions. So if you click here, you can, if you see here, you can see every single week that you've gotten paid in all your paychecks. If you go here, you can also see your customers' orders, and you can see just all these good things. And then on your main screen, let me show you one thing. So here is where you'll see all your stuff that's coming up. And so any new coaches you sign, you'll see right here. Any new customers you get, you'll see right here. So you see this new coaches in your organization. Here is where you're going to see people that you've not necessarily signed up. It's I have signed up or someone else has signed up that's above you, and you're getting credit, like you get volume for it. And we'll go into that in training and stuff, but it's just the team part of Team Beachbody. All right, and then you'll also see trainings. Y'all, these are so freaking helpful. If you go in here, go through all these trainings, start learning your back office. Once you feel like you've learned your back office, then you can, move on to another aspect of training, but your back office is the nitty gritty of your business. And so you're going to want to just kind of go in here and look around. All right, so let me pull this up real quick. All right, so here we go. All right, so the next thing is the team page, and I will show you, we've got 2 team pages. And so we've got our big family team page, which is the Follow Your Bliss. That is, would be like your grandma upline, Ashley Malstad, who's the #1 coach in the network. You guys all have access to her team page, all of her trainings, because again, we're a big happy family. And so here's where you can go to get literally any information that you ever could possibly need is on this page. And so if you go in here, if you go like into the file section, you've got all of her recordings, which I have also put into our file section. You've got To Be Mindset, you've got freaking scripts, 100 no's, calendars. There's tons of a live power hour, tons of different options in there for files, so you can get lost in there forever with trainings. Again, don't overwhelm yourself. Pick a few things, train on them, and move on. I don't want you guys to go and get overwhelmed. Another thing is, say you have questions. So you're wondering if Shakeology is gluten-free. You're like, I have no idea. People with gluten nowadays. You can come right here into this search tab and can be like Shakeology gluten free. And tons, here's already answers. So if you don't want to post a question in here and wait for someone to answer, you can search, and most of the time there's already going to be answers. So here's someone, is Shakeology wheat and gluten free? And then here it looks like it doesn't contain wheat or gluten, but it's made in a facility that manufactures the products. And so there you go. There's an answer that you might not have known, but it was super simple to find. The other resource is our team page, which is Hustle and Heart Dynasty. There's not as many resources in there, but we are growing rapidly. If you look in the files section, you will see all of their team calls. I'm in the process of putting all of our team calls in there, but here are a few of them. But here's also templates. So here's a copy of my welcome emails, a copy of like follow-ups. Here's a copy of like other scripts. Use the scripts, love the scripts, but make them your own. Here's, how to hit Success Club. So here's tons of different files to help you guys succeed in the best way possible. And you can also, in here also, search anything. There's not any really questions because not many people utilize this yet, which I hope you guys start doing, but you can also search in this one as well. All right, so let's come back here. All right, the next thing is CoachFAQ.com. Y'all, this will save your life. Okay, so if you go to CoachFAQ.com, here's where you can literally ask Beachbody anything they want to know. And so say you're texting someone or you're messaging someone and they're like, yeah, I have Beachbody On Demand, but I don't have a coach or I don't know my coach. I would like you to be my coach. And you're like, can we do that? So what you will do is you could come in here and search customer change. And here's the customer change form. And so you'll know that here you go. You can click this customer change form and it will, well, yeah, there we go. Click and then you can go ahead and switch them to be your customer. And so that was super simple as just going in there and entering something. I am telling you guys, this is how I grew my business. Ashley is the most amazing coach ever, but she is so busy. And so I had to be super self-sufficient. And I know Charmaine will also attest to this in her journey with Beachbody, that she has used YouTube so many times, which we're getting into. But y'all, it's not that I don't want to help you, or it's not that I don't want to help grow your business, which I do, and I want to answer all your questions, but sometimes I am just not readily available, and I want you guys to have rapid answers, so it's kind of being resourceful. And so the last option is, or last kind of example is YouTube and Google. Y'all, Google has the answers to everything. Google's like the know-it-all, be-it-all. And I promise you, if you guys have any questions about anything, it's on YouTube or Google because some amazing coach did a training on it. So like, say here, you're going to go to YouTube and be like, I really want to know how to send an invite. So you can be like, send Beachbody invite. And here is so many YouTube videos on how to Beachbody invite. It was simple as that. Or say you want to learn what the ranks are. So Beachbody ranks. And here's ranks explained to you. And so y'all, I'm telling you guys, this is the easiest thing to do. And be careful because you can get lost in here forever. At least I did. But you want to be resourceful. You want to use your resources. And so these are the most talked resources. Honestly, the first thing I ever do is go to YouTube or Google, and then I kind of backtrack from there because I feel like if it's not on YouTube or Google, or if it's not on YouTube or Google, it's probably nowhere else to be existed. Mm-hmm. So I usually start with any of my questions on YouTube or Google. Then I go to my team, or then I go to the FAQ. And then I go to questions, the team page. And so that's kind of my route. But y'all, I'm telling you guys, YouTube and Google has everything. They know everything. Like, they probably know what time you go to bed. Another two options is, and you guys need to be doing these because I'm literally growing my business from YouTube, Google, and wake up calls. And so the national wake up call is every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know if you're on the East Coast that's in the middle of the day. I've always had to catch the recordings, which I like because you can skip through a bunch of the announcements and recognition and stuff like that. But listen to them. They're elite coaches. They're coaches that are doing the damn thing and making, just free trainings. And so always make those a priority. I'm not saying you have to make them live because I know how hard it is to make things live with that, but do try to watch the recording because they are amazing. The other thing is we have our team happy hour every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This, I want you to attend every single one. Think of it as your business meeting. You would not miss a business meeting with your boss, so I don't want you to miss our team calls unless something is really wrong or you're really sick or something like that. But y'all, these I put on for you. The trainings I do for you. I do this to help you guys. And so I want you guys to make sure you're there so you can utilize them. Of course, they're going to be recorded and posted to the team page, but I really do prefer you guys to be live on those because I do like the questions and answers, so I can answer all your questions right there. So those are pretty much all your resources. Again, I'm not doing this because I don't want to help you guys. I'm doing it because it's going to help you in the long run with being a successful coach if you can utilize your resources. All right. All right, here we go. Oh, dang, it's not wanting to work. There we go. So here, you guys are going to hear us talking about this till we're blue in the face. You guys have got to practice the 4 vital behaviors. They're there for a reason. That is what's going to make you a successful coach, is doing your 4 vital behaviors. And so the first vital behavior is you got to be proof that the products work. You heard me say at the beginning, I'm saying it again. If you aren't showing that you're drinking your shake, you're doing your workouts, you're, drinking your Energize, whatever, people aren't going to want to buy into the products because you aren't being an ambassador for the products. And so if you guys notice, I don't ever really post them on my page as much, but I'm always in my stories with drinking my shake every single day. So they see me drinking my shake. You guys always see me throwing back a scoop of Energize because I literally live on that. But that's showing in my beach bars. I'm obsessed with the beach bars. So you see it in my stories. That is showing that I'm proof of the products. I am telling people my results are a severe correlation to these products. And so you're not selling them. You're showing them that they're working. You're being proof of the product. The second vital behavior is share, connect, invite. Share, connect, invite. Share, connect, invite. I'm going to say that multiple times. Share, connect, invite, because it is so important. I know. You're like, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I want to make sure I know everything before I start. I am here to physically tell you guys you will not know everything about everything. I am still learning stuff. My coach is still learning stuff. There's no way to know everything about everything. I started coaching day 1, March. The second I became a coach, I started coaching. Do you think I knew everything? Absolutely not. I was a hot mess back then. Hot mess. Still am, but it was worse. And so you learn as you go. And that's the best thing about this is we don't have to be perfect. This field is not for perfection. It's just for us to share our journey with people and inspire people. And so the best way to share your journey is posting on social media, going onto your Instagram stories every single day, going onto Facebook if you're still, in the Facebook app, whatever. But sharing your journey. If you guys are not being present on your social media, sharing your journey, you're missing out because people are not going to know what you're doing. And so once you're done sharing, you've got to connect with people. That means actually start a conversation. Talk to them. I know it's scary as crap, but y'all, We talk to people all day long. In the supermarket, if someone opens a door for us, we say thank you. And in the checkout line at the grocery store, sometimes we end up striking up conversations we didn't mean to it. No one's thinking you're out to get them or sell them anything. Literally just talk to them. It doesn't have to go out into Beachbody, that first connection, but it's planting a seed. It's showing them that, okay, like she actually cares about me as a person. Okay, she's asking questions about me. And then when you go in to talk about Beachbody, their guard's not gonna be up because you did something what's called a jab, jab, right hook. And so you've jabbed. Every time you started this conversation, you planted a seed. Then when you went in for that hook, their guard was down because you've already became their friend. And so just connect with people, talk with them. Your friends and family, distance friends and family, start a conversation with them and just talk, because then eventually they're going to end up becoming one of your clients. The next is invite them to join your next group. Y'all, I know how scary it can be as a coach running your first group. I get it, but you want to have an idea of when you want your first group to be. If you want to add your first 2 people into my group, totally fine. But after that, I want you to start your own group. I want you guys to become that coach that you guys are going to be. And so you need to know what that group's going to be. And then you need to invite them. You need to get into their inbox and invite them. I have tons of scripts in our file section for inviting. And so go into those, look at those, make them your own, but start inviting people. Start talking to people to invite them to our Lift 4 group that's starting the 20th. Or invite them to a clean week if you want to do that. If you don't know what that is, Google it. It's a week-long thing, but yeah, Google it. But you're going to want to invite them to stuff because that's the soul of I'm telling you guys, if you are scared to invite, if you are scared to get into somebody's inbox, you're never going to become successful, because that's the heart of what we do. We've got to invite people. We're not in the luxury of people coming to us left and right. I'm still not. So we've got to talk to people. We've got to invite them into this journey. And then the next thing is personal development. I'm going to tell you guys, I thought it was a load and a crock of shit at the beginning of this. I refused to do personal development for over a year. I was like, I don't need personal development. I was like, I don't read. I literally didn't care anything about personal development. But I'm telling you guys, personal development is everything. Personal development is what's going to help you in this journey. When things get hard, when you feel like quitting, personal development is going to be there to save you. When you feel like you have fell off your rocker and you're losing your shit, personal development is there to help you. And so I really want you guys to find a personal development book. Or if you don't like to read like me, download an Audible. The first one's free. For business, I recommend You Are Boss or The Compound Effect or Go for No, which are all amazing ones. For a personal, like just not a business development, but a personal, Girl Wash Your Face. I'm telling you guys, she speaks to my soul, and I'm not even that religious. And You're a Badass. 2 amazing ones. Pick one and start. And if you haven't, it's okay. I'm not holding against you, because you guys, I'm telling you guys, don't be as stupid as I was. Don't wait for personal development. I've never heard anyone quit this job if they were knee deep in their personal development, because y'all, it's going to get hard. You're going to have days that you feel like you've gotten no's left after right, after left, after right. And those are the days when you need your personal development the most. And so 10 minutes a day, that's it. Shoot for 10 minutes a day. If you want more than that, amazing, but shoot for 10. And last but not least, recognition. Y'all, in this business, we celebrate everything. We celebrate if someone's lost a pound. We celebrate if someone's advanced their business. We celebrate if, someone's just loving the products. So celebrate, recognize. Great things to recognize, even if you don't have challengers yet. In our group, people post the results, message them, ask them if you can share it. Say, oh my gosh, look what my girl XYZ, she is crushing this group. You know, don't claim it or whatever, but say she's crushing this group. Or, you know, screenshot someone's message that they said they love it in our group. Stuff like that. Recognize it. Or if you're like, you have your best friend and she's starting to love the challenge group, get her to text you something and then recognize it. You don't have to be having working coaches, rank advancing and stuff like that to enjoy recognizing. Recognition is for everything. And so celebrate. Thursdays are big celebration days, but celebrate every day, y'all. If you don't find anything to celebrate your own journey. Celebrate how much you're feeling better. Celebrate how much results you're seeing. But we need to recognize and celebrate because, y'all, there's way too many amazing lives that are being changed right now for us not to recognize them and celebrate them. Okay, moving on. Your first goal as a new coach. You need your first job as a new coach is to help 3 people. Help 3 people this month get started with a program in Shakeology. And that's known as a challenge pack. That's going to mean that you hit Success Club. Y'all, you're going to hear us talk about Success Club nonstop. Success Club is what means that you are working towards having a successful business. You need to hit Success Club every month. That just shows that you are moving in the right direction of starting to make a successful business. And so that's one reason. Another reason is if you hit Success Club consecutively for every single month, you're going to get an invitation to the Success Club trip. And it's going to be free. And so if you hit Success Club 5 to 10, which means you help 3 to 5 people every month, you're going to get an invite to that Success Club. This year it's a cruise. Next year it might be Mexico again. It was Punta Cana, Dominican Republic one year. It's an amazing trip every year, once a year, for those that hit Success Club and achieve these goals. And so make that, like, I don't know about you guys, but before this, I needed a vacation anytime I got it. And so make that one of your goals, to hit Success Club every single month. And I did an entire call on Success Club last week. So if you want to look in the files section, you will see that call. But another, on top of that, is if you're a brand new coach, which most of you guys are, if you're in your first 3 months as a coach and you hit Success Club as your first 3 months, so it would be, you signed up this month, it would be August, September, October, but your first month is the first 30 days. So you signed up like the 20th of last month and you have till the 20th of this month to hit Success Club to count as your first month, then you get a free ticket to Indianapolis with us for Summit. Y'all, I don't know if you were following me then, but we have so much fun and learn so much at these trips. And I want every single one of you guys there. I know Emily, a coach on our team, has already bought her ticket. I know Charmaine's going. I know a bunch of girls are going to go. So we're all going to get hotel rooms together. We're going to go learn. We're going to have retreats. It's going to be amazing. So you want to be there. These tickets range from, $150 to $300. And so or it's $200 to $300. So how amazing would it be to get that free? So you don't have to worry about that cost on top of, hotels and stuff like that. And so what you want to do to hit Success Club this first time is start with your friends and family. I'm telling you guys, if you go up to your mama and be like, Mama, guess what? I am starting this brand new program and I'm so freaking excited about it. It's called Lift 4. We're lifting 4 days a week, but we also do cardio in there and we do abs. Mama, I think it's like literally going to change my life. Do you want to do it with me? That's it. Or your best friend. Like if you and your best friend are like amazing, like say you guys are both like super big Kane Brown fans, like I'm obsessed with Kane Brown, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, girl, guess who is coming into town? And she's gonna be like, guess. I'm like, oh my God, Kane Brown, we have to go. And she's gonna be like, oh my God, yes, we have to go. If you talk about it with that excitement, that enthusiasm, that eagerness to want to do it, your friends and family are going to want to do it with you because they see how excited you are about it. You see, no one's going to ask and be super appalled by $170 or whatever the case may be If you're excited about it and they want to be excited about it with you, like that Kane Brown ticket that my friend was going to go with, those tickets were not cheap, but it's for the experience. It's for being able to do it together. And I'm telling you guys, it's all about in the tone in your voice and just being excited about it. Your neighbor or your son's, karate instructor, or whoever, if you talk about it with that excitement and you know them, they love you, they care about you, they're going to want to do it with you and support you. And you're going to want to do that as you're growing your cold market. So as you're talking your warm market, you've got to be growing your cold market. So that means you've got to be starting conversations. You've got to be starting to strike up those conversations with them and sending those invites so you can grow that cold market, because that warm market's not going to last forever. Or you could be unfortunate with like me and not have as much of a warm market. But you want to talk to all your friends and family about this, because those are the ones who love and trust you. Those are going to be the ones that are going to be first to start the boat with you before you even, because it's going to be hard at the beginning if you're just reaching out to cold market, because you haven't been trusted. You've been sharing your journey. You haven't been doing anything for them to believe you. And so as you're doing that, as you're sharing your journey and establishing those relationships, your family and friends already believe you because they love you. All right. Step 1, commit to a challenge group start date. Like I said, scary AF. But you guys, you've got to have an idea in mind. If you do not have a date in mind of when you want to start your first challenge group, you need to. It's scary. You're like, I've only been doing this for a week. I know. I know how scary it can be, but I also know how impactful it is. And so pick out your first date. If you want to do your first one with us, I'm telling everybody cutoff is the 20th. And so if you guys want to do that, you guys can have the 20th too, but eventually you're going to want to have your own set schedule of when you want to start your challenge groups. And so a good way, after you've hosted your first one with me, team up with another girl in the group. Team up with, message Charmaine, or message Brittany, or message, Candace, whoever, or post in the group. People will love to help you. I run mine with my success partner, Taylor. And so it helps to relieve some of the stress, and it helps to relieve some of the duties, and you get some extra fresh minds in there. And it helps to have more people than, only having a few people. I'm telling you guys, you can have a challenge group if it's just 5 of you. My first challenge group had 15 people. That's it. And there was 3 of us coaches. So you can see I didn't have that many people. And it was a fun challenge group. We had a lot of interaction. It's easier to keep everybody engaged when it's that little. So do it. Set the date. Commit to it. I want you guys to all put your dates in the chat so I can hold you accountable to that. And so here is some examples. And so here's kind of one example of a challenge group invite that I did. I was like, if you're feeling hopeless, I get it. I've been there. If you're feeling sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, I get it, girl. I've been there. If you're avoiding the mirror, I get it, girl. I've been there. If you're scared to take the leap, I get it, girl. I've been there. I want you to know that you're not alone, no matter how much you feel alone. I know our thoughts can consume us, and that's all we really can focus on. But no, you're not alone. I've been where you are. I've been scared to start scared to start over. I've given up countless times, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm asking them at the end to drop a heart if they're interested. We don't want to just be like, okay, I've got 10 spots. You snooze, you lose. You want to get in. Cool. Those are all okay once in a while, and not in that context. You'll see on my page an example, but you want to make them heartfelt. You want to make them sincere. You want to have some kind of story behind it. And so you're not going to have an amazing transformation right now because you're just starting out. But you can have a picture of you and that you're happier because you've gotten a few workouts in. Talk about that. You do not have to have an amazing transformation to do an invite. Sure, this is cool. It's amazing, eye-catching, whatever. But if you have an amazing smiling picture of you and talking about how this smile would not have existed before Beachbody a week ago, that you just investing time in yourself is making you a better person, people are going to gravitate towards that, because there are people out there that want to feel happy because their life and their everything is just draining and sucking them out. And so make them as personal as you can. And then give them a call to action. You see here at the end, I put drop a heart. You can put drop any emoji or fill out the link in my bio or, DM me, whatever the case may be, but you need to have them have a call to action, because if you do an amazing invite and they're like, oh, okay, that was amazing, but what do I do now? You don't want them asking that. You want them to already know, I need to do this. This is my next step. At the beginning, you're not going to have that many emojis dropped. I didn't have any. I still don't have any sometimes. But doing it consistently yields results. Consistency yields results. Consistency yields results. And so set up your date to your first challenge group and commit to it. And start getting in people's inboxes. Y'all, this made me uncomfortable at first. I was scared. I didn't know what I was doing. I literally put my foot in my mouth so many times, but you guys, that's the only way to learn is by trial and error. I am a firm believer in the fear is mutual with inviting. It's mutual. They're scared to message you just as bad as scared as you are to message them. And so one of you guys are going to have to fight. Like one of you guys are going to bite the bullet first, and it has to be you because they have nothing to lose. You are the one who wants them to join you. You want to change their life. They don't want that. And so you need to invite them. Remember, the fear is mutual. If you go in there, most of the time they're going to be like, oh my God, like I've had I've invited them, like, oh my God, I've seen your posts all the time. I've always been wondering, but I've been too scared. And I'm like, girlfriend, like I am just one hot mess mama. Like you ain't got to be scared, but they are. And so it's our job to get in their inbox, to invite them. All right. So your first invites. You want to become a conversation expert. Your goal is to connect with 5 to 10 new people a day. 5 to 10 new people or 30 people a week. Y'all, that's not hard. If you break it down, 1 an hour, 3 an hour. I send 60, but I'm a little extra. But if I'm asking you to connect with 5 to 10 new people a day, that's it. That would be what yields results. So that means getting into 5 to 10 new people's inbox. It's not follow-ups. That's not, resending a message. It's 5 to 10 brand new people every single day, or 30 a week. You're not reaching out to close them. Remember that. You're just reaching out to open the door, start a conversation, look at their page, see that they have an amazing, adorable dog. Dogs and kids are great conversation starters. Say, oh my God, is that a lab? Like he is or the dog is so cute. Start a conversation. That's opening the door, that's helping them let their guard down. Sorry. Be brief, but be excited. Every message, you want to be brief and be excited, which means you don't want to leave what's called word vomit. You don't want to throw up all over your words. So you don't want to have some long drawn out where you give them every single thing that they'll ever need to know about Beachbody, and they have no reason to keep the conversation. And so be brief. I say 1 to 2 sentences max every single time. Maybe 2 to 3 once you're getting into product details, but at the beginning, and then ending it in a question every single time. Every single time, end it in a question. So how does that sound? Or, oh my gosh, girl, you too, ? Or, how's your day been today? If you guys know, if you feel the conversation's dying, or stuff like that. Always end it in a question that always makes them need to respond. You don't leave it open for response. They're not going to respond. You can't get pissed off if they read your message, because I would read it too if you don't leave it open to respond. And how you show them excited. Use emojis. Use exclamation points. Use capital letters. Use LOLs or whatever. Just show them that your excitement through the text. All right. Find their need before you try to fix their need. And what I mean by that is you don't want to try to shove a product down their throat before you know what their want is or what their need is. And so say you've gotten past the conversation and they're interested in learning more about Beachbody On Demand. Before I ever get into product detail, I say, yeah, girl, like I'm totally interested in chatting with this. Like, what's some of your fitness goals? So I want to get their goals, their needs first, because that's what's going to help me with the next one is objections, because everybody's got them. And so you want to get their need and you want to get what they're really searching for. It might not be to lose weight. It might just be to tone, or maybe it's not to tone or to lose weight. Maybe they just want to love themselves again or get stamina. You don't want to automatically assume they're trying to lose weight and then offend anyone. And so always ask that question about what your need is before you just assume what their need is. Ask a lot of questions and take your time. This isn't going to happen overnight. Most sales aren't closed within the first 5 to 10 messages. It's the last 20 to 30 that they close it. And so take your time, ask the questions, get to know them. With every single message, their guard is getting let down that much more. And so they're going to feel more open and like your friend to talk to you about these things. Next is recognize and welcome objections as a part of the process. Y'all, you are not special for getting objections. Every one of us get them. I get them on the daily, every single day. It is called, like, I don't have the money. I don't have the time. I don't have the willpower. Those are just the 3 most consecutive. But y'all, objections are normal. It's their mean girl, and that's another book, Mastering Your Mean Girl. You'll hear me referencing it a lot. It's their mean girl in their head saying, I can't do this. And so they're giving you BS objections as to why they can't do it. And so your job is to recognize them and realize that's not a direct correlation to you as a person. That's not a direct reflection on you as their mentor, or as the person that's talking to them. That's just them doubting their self. And so you want to become what I call an objection ninja, slicing those objections left and right. You want to become an objection ninja. And the way there's objections in the files, there's comebacks in the objections, but y'all, just speak from your heart. Yeah, me too, girl. Like, it was a lot of money for me too, but XYZ, I cut Starbucks out, or, my Target trips minimized because I realized my health is more important, stuff like that. Don't be afraid of the cost. If you go into the cost portion of the conversation, half-assed, sketched, scared, they're not going to want to buy it because they're not going to find the value in it. This is an amazing value. I believe that to my core that you will never find a personal trainer, meal plans, give 30 days of superfood meals, all for $170. And that's for a year. You will never find something like that. And so I will fight that cost through and through, but you've got to believe in the cost. And then don't send them your link right away. If they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, don't send them a link. You want to talk to them. You want to communicate with them before you send them any kind of link. And then I already said, don't show up and throw up, means don't just word vomit all over them. And y'all, proof in the follow-up. The follow-up is everything. You need to follow up consistently. I use something called Google Streak, but I used to use just pen and paper and asterisks and my planner. You guys see here my planner? I have right here all my follow-ups that I need to make. And so the proof is in the follow-up. The beginning of my business, did not do follow-ups. I had to work 10 times as hard because I didn't do follow-ups. I never miss a follow-up now. And so y'all, do the follow-ups. I'm telling you guys, it's going to change everything for you. And that's just proof in every kind of sales thing, because you're watering the seed. So how many times do you have to water a seed before it grows? You've got to continuously water it. And sometimes though, it's going to become a drought, and they're not going to message you back. You've got to remember to go back and water that seed again. And so you just got to keep watering the seed until finally it blossoms into an amazing client. See what I did there? Yeah. All right. Your second goal as a coach achieve Emerald rank in 24 hours. Next week, we will be doing our Emerald in 24-hour call. So I do want all of you guys there. But basically, Emerald is you plus 2. So there's you, 1 and 2. That's it. So it's you, your controlled account, which is either your husband or your wife or your sister, brother, someone that you love and trust that you can control their account, because they're what's going to help you move up into this. And so your controlled account, and we'll go over all the reasons why you want to have that, or you can YouTube it. Go onto my page, my page, and I will show you. If you go into youtube.com and look at oh, well, I'm not signed in. But if you go to my YouTube page, you'll see it right there. Don't forget, you have to have 90 PV on reoccurring. So you have to still have your Shakeology to be able to stay 1, active, and 2, to hit these ranks and stuff. And so make sure you stay active. But yeah, so it's you plus 2. So it's you and your sister, you and your sister and your dad, you and your husband and your sister, you and your best friend and your husband. You plus 2 is get you to Emerald, and they have to be signed up as coaches. You want to do that as quickly as possible. So 24 hours is all you need. And so share your journey on social media. And so here you guys can see I've got 2 different screenshots. If yes, you're a coach, but y'all, that's not all you are. So if you can see right here in my little screenshot, you can see I'm a mom. There's a picture of me and Riley. I believe in balance. There's a picture of me, wine, and jalapeno popcorn. Here's a picture of me working at Panera Bread because I'm a boss. Here's a picture of me working out, and I'm talking about a story because I work out. Here's a picture of my family because I believe in family. Here's a picture of me and some chicken sausage because I was talking about how I can't cook. Here's a picture, of just me and talking about my journey here. See, these are all pictures that represent me and represent my 5 things. Pick 5 things that represent you, and those are going to be your 5 things. Mine is fitness, mom boss, a mom, can't cook, and Dunkin' lover. Everybody knows I love Dunkin'. Here is my biz partner, Taylor. So here is like her and her food, and here's a transformation of her. Here's her talking about self-care, and then here's her talking about her business. So you can see here's another one of her talking about her business. There's also 2 different feels to this. Hers is more subtle tones, yellow tones, and neutrals. Mine is more crisp, bright, and saturated photos. So pick a tone to your photos and keep it cohesive. We both use Lightroom, and we both paid for presets, but you don't have to pay for them. But go ahead, download a photo editing app and start playing with it. So before you post, you always want to ask yourself, what do you want them to get from it? And would it stop their scroll? And so if you saw my page, would it stop your scroll? If you saw these pictures with like super bright saturated, or if you saw hers that are super, crisp and clean but mellow tone, would that stop your scroll? And then you want to see, is my caption scroll worthy? Or are they going to scroll through when they see my caption? So are you telling a story? Become storytellers. Tell your story. You always want to have a purpose to every single one of your posts. All right. And here's something. Your fitness journey and your business journey are one and the same. They are exactly the same. Fitness journey doesn't happen overnight, but your business journey doesn't either. You have to track to see results. Success, you have to track to see results in both. You have to track to see results in your fitness journey, but you also have to track to see results in your business journey. Success is twofold, fitness and nutrition. It is. You've got to have your fitness and nutrition hand in hand so you can see results. As soon as you stop, results get further away. If you stop posting, if you stop eating right, your results are going to get further away. Your business is going to lag. People aren't going to find you consistent. Then you're going to lack in your fitness journey, so you're not going to lose the weight. And then comparison is the thief of joy. Do not compare your fitness journey with another girl in the boot camp. Don't compare your business journey with your success partner's business journey. Don't compare your business with my business, and vice versa, because y'all, we're in different seasons of our life. We work differently, we learn differently, we cannot compare one another. We lose weight differently. So just know that, just don't do it. And then don't overcomplicate it. Y'all, there's nothing complicated about our business or fitness. We know we have to show up, show out, and do the best we can. Like, that's it. We've got to show out. We've got to show everybody what we're doing. We've got to show up. So that means we've got to show up to our workout and our fitness every single day. But that's also with our business. We have to show up. We have to invite every single day. Post at least once a day. And as with anything, it works if you work it. And so just sitting here on this call is not going to make you successful. Just taking notes and being a sponge with this is not going to make you successful. It's what you do after this call that's going to make you successful. It's what's going to help you hit Success Club. It's what you do once you exit this call, we end this call. You, my friend, have the power to make yourself successful. So are you going to start inviting? Are you going to make your coming out post? What are you going to do once this call is over to implement what you have learned? Because I can only give you the information. I can only share what I know. I can't build your business for you. And so y'all, you have to use what you've learned right now and take it out in the real world and implement it. Because that's the only way that it's going to work, is if you work it. What would you do with an extra $800? I don't know about you guys, but I would have killed someone for an extra $800 back in the day. Like, literally straight up off with their neck, because that's how tight I was with money. And so y'all, help three people a month, enroll with a challenge pack. That's it, 3 people, it could get you an extra $800. And this is how it breaks down. And this is only for signing customers. So if you're signing discount coaches, it's a little bit different. It's a different of a breakdown, but this is if you sign up 3 customers every single month. And so new customer commission, $50 times 3 is $150. That's month 1, you make $150. Month 2, new customer commission, $150. Shakeology on Home Direct for those last 3 people you did last month, because their Shakeology is going to be coming back around, $96 for a total of $246. Month 3, you hit Success Club again. You get your free ticket to Summit. Yay! $150. Shakeology is on Home Direct for those 6 people. It's coming back around, so $192. That total is $396 for a total for 3 months, $792. That's $800 in 3 months that you wouldn't have had. And that's all for sharing your journey, something you probably would have done for free just to keep yourself accountable, because y'all, that's what this does, is just helps keep us accountable that much more. And there you go, just $800 in your pocket. All right, so what now? Now you know what it takes to become a coach. You know the core of getting your successful business up, how to invite people. What do you do now? Start and grow through our new Coach University. If you have not done that yet, do that and get it done as soon as possible, so we can do our one-on-one call and figure everything out from there. And that is going to help answer so many of your questions. And so go through that new Coach University. Commit to your program. What program are you doing right now? I know most of you guys are doing Lift 4. Commit to it. Drink your shakes and make sure you get your 10 minutes of PD in every day. If you don't get your 10 minutes of PD in, you're going to end up quitting. That's basically what happens, because you start doubting yourself. Then these mean girls come in your head and you don't believe in yourself anymore. So make sure you get your 10 minutes of PD. And then begin sharing your journey and invite people to join you. So start getting uncomfortable with being comfortable with getting uncomfortable. Start posting some sweaty selfies or posting pictures and inviting people. And then get into those people's inbox. If they like your photo, message them back and tell them how much you appreciate them liking your photo and appreciate them supporting your journey. Start a conversation there. You guys, remember, the fear is mutual. They're not going to ever want to message you. You've got to do it first. Most of you guys, I had to message you guys first. I'm pretty sure every single one of you guys ended up messaging first. And so you have to think, if you guys were afraid, those people are going to be afraid. You don't have to wait until you feel ready. You're never going to feel ready, or you don't have to wait until you're done with your training, because y'all, we're honestly never going to be done with training, because there's always going to be something new we need to learn. You just need to do the damn thing. And then don't get overwhelmed. I know I just threw a lot of information at you. Please don't get overwhelmed. Just one step at a time, one conversation at a time, one foot in front of the other, and one goal at a time, y'all. I'm telling you guys, it's easy to get overwhelmed. I literally did the first whole month. I was overwhelmed. Pick a few things that you want to work on. Don't try to do everything at once. Don't try to do a link in your bio and edit your pictures and find out these amazing stories, and don't do everything at once. Pick 3 things that you feel like are going to be beneficial to your journey and your work, your business first. So maybe pick your photos, figuring out researching photo editing, and then pick inviting, researching best inviting tips. And maybe you just want to pick a small one, and that's just make sure you get your PD in. Those are your 3 goals for a month. Make sure you achieve those goals. Once you've achieved those and you figure out you've gotten a grasp on those, move and add 2 more goals. And you're just going to be keeping adding things as you're doing the other ones and mastering them. And then you will feel like less overwhelmed. Okay, so I know that was a lot. Let me stop my share and I'm going to look into the chat. We've got 24. Let me make sure. See if we've got any questions. Drink all my water. Can we move new team members to your current downline? What do you mean by that? I don't, or our current downline.
What I was
like,
asking,
I don't really know what you mean by that. Do you use podcasts to go back and listen to the National Wake Up Call? So I do. The podcast app, National Wake Up Call, does have a podcast app, but it's like, I don't know what it's been wrong with lately, but something's been wrong with it. So honestly, I just go into the National Wake Up Call, which in your welcome email, you should have a link to that, or it's a like on Facebook, and just watch it on there. I have a question about inviting. How do you find people on Instagram to invite certain hashtags? Okay, so I did an entire training on that. Let me send you the link. And so Instagram stories, growing and inviting. So you can watch this, because honestly, we could be here for another hour if I did that. All right. So there's that. That book is amazing. I am on Unfuck Yourself. Oh my gosh, that's my next book. Yeah, that's my next book. Do you just use Facebook for your challenge groups, or do you use the Challenge Tracker app? I just use Facebook. I did try to use the Challenge Tracker app, and it was super friendly for them to track their workouts and stuff. But as for communication and keeping people's spirits up in it, I found that it wasn't as beneficial. I have the same questions, Brandy. Okay. Yeah, I just felt like people didn't want to communicate as much on it, because it wasn't as like right there in your face, and it was another app you had to remember. Usually people go on Facebook multiple times a day, so they see it. 8/27, Marissa. Perfect. I am thinking maybe September 16th or the 23rd. Perfect. Then you can start inviting now for that. Anyone, if you want to start a chat group to encourage each other. Yes, Brandy, I love that. And I can add me to it too, because I'd love to keep talking to you guys. So if one of you guys want to start that, add me to it. All of you have my phone number, so we can, and you can make a post in the Hustle and Heart Dynasty page. So you guys can do that. I love that idea because y'all, there's strength in numbers. I'm telling you guys, there are strength in numbers. When one of you guys are not feeling motivated, chances are you and your success partner, or you and your group aren't ever going to be correlating on the same day that you don't feel motivated. So one person can always motivate you when you're unmotivated, and it was vice versa. I'm telling you, it always happens. I've never found two people that are unmotivated on the exact same day. It's like unheard of. What was the app you used for IG photos? I use Lightroom. And there's also Snapseed. That's a really good one. And so I use Lightroom, but there's also Snapseed. Sometimes I use both of them. Okay, my toddlers are being buttholes. I might lose him. Glad you stayed. You had mentioned something about the beginning of the call, but when you have a current team and have someone new, can join you with them to one of your coaches under you to help that coach promote. Okay, so no, so it's someone in your organization. So if I sign a coach up and I sign them up for a challenge pack and they are under you on the same leg, that means you get volume for them. So that's going to help you cycle once you become an Emerald coach, which we're going to go over in our Emerald in 24-hour call next week. It's going to help you cycle, so it's going to help you get money. So but it's not giving you any commissions or anything. It's just going to help you cycle, which gives you a team cycle bonus, which is all on YouTube if you want to look that up right now. Okay, perfect. So it doesn't look like we have any other questions. I'm going to take a quick selfie and then I'll let you guys go because it's been a while. So everybody smile. Perfect. All right. I love you guys so much. Was that helpful? Thumbs up. Perfect. All right, y'all. Well, tomorrow is our normal team call. And so I hope to see you guys all there tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And then I've got several one-on-ones scheduled with every single one of you guys, actually, except Marissa, because you never messaged me back. But she's probably going to message me back. And Charmaine, I don't ever schedule one with you because I don't care about you. All right. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.